May. Today is the 21st of May. It is about, I want to say about 10 after 12. I think I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. I'm blind as a bat. Anyway, welcome. We miss you guys so much. We hope everyone's doing great. I have a lot of announcements, but first and foremost, Miss Beth and I would also like to shout out May is Mental Health Awareness Month. This is super near and dear to our hearts, as we know it is to some of yours also. You know, we know a lot of teens, we know a lot of children, a lot of adults, and parents are struggling right now. This pandemic has put us all in a rut. So if you are struggling, please know you have a place you can come. We have resources on hand. If we don't have what you need, we would gladly take a minute to help you in any such way you need. So keep that in mind. We're going to jump right into it. Summer learning at the Burnsville Public Library. This is a big deal, guys. As a lot of you know, from May into August, it gets really crazy for us. We have been so busy, but it's a good thing because it is helping and geared towards our communities. So that's what we like. So food distribution is starting back up. Of course, all this is subject to change. We live in a crazy time right now. We know things come up and can change. So we would also like to note that this is all subject to change according to the plan that we have right now. But food distribution in partnership with Mountaineer Food Bank is going to be every Monday, 11 to 1 p.m. So come out, get yourself some food, your family some food if that's what you need. Summer learning program. This is not starting until June 9th. So we won't do this until June 9th, and it'll end on the 11th of August, and it's going to be on Wednesdays. And what's really, really exciting about the summer programming this year is we are actually hitting all 3 age brackets within that day. So we're going to start with Wiggle Worms, and it's going to be 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. We do ask a parent or guardian accompanies this child. Our children's will follow shortly after. It'll be 12:30 to 2. And we do also ask a parent or guardian be present for that. Tweens and teens, which is going to be 6th through 12th grade, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Participants can attend on their own, but staff reserves the right to request someone accompany the participant if they are continuously disruptive. We don't like having to put things like that in there, but we understand that sometimes that is how it has to be. So we reserve that right respectfully. The STEM family movie nights will be parking lot style. So I am really excited. STEM family movie nights are one of the things my family in particular absolutely adored. Even before I started here at the library, we really went to a lot of these STEM movie nights. If you've never been to one, it's super fun. Of course, it was inside. This time it'll be outside, which I kind of feel like will be even funner. But you get a snack, we do a craft, we watch a movie. It's a lot of fun. It's a great time for your family to kind of take a minute and just stop and just come here, kick back and relax. So we hope that you'll come enjoy that. We have adult programming also kicking off. So Monday evenings, we will be doing crafts, talking about books. We're going to try to get informational speakers out for you guys. If there is something you're struggling with, say a program on Microsoft Word, something we can assist and help you with, we're gonna tackle it, and we're gonna try to be there for you guys. The last thing I really want to point out though is that we are on all the social media outlets. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we have recently launched our YouTube channel. Miss Beth is doing cooking videos on it currently. I think soccer season has put it on reserve, but once soccer season ends, I think that will continue. So be watching for that. A lot of the videos we put on YouTube after, so you can always catch me there if you don't catch me here. Couple other things. I think I mentioned May's Kits is out. Yay! Shout out to the Layfield family. She and her children provided a flower impressions kit in this for your family to do. This was probably one of my very favorite programs and crafts we had ever done at the library. It was so much fun. So I really encourage you to come on out and get your kit. But if you did get your kit, then you would receive this. This was stapled to the top of it. I know it's super hard to see, But we're going to do a virtual fall along with this today, so stick around and we'll do that. Other announcements I'd like to kind of go back to for a second. We're throwing around the idea of opening up a garden club. So if you are interested in this, please shout out to us, reach out to us, let us know in some way. It's a super creative and fun way to get you and your family involved. So that's going to be available, hopefully. I don't really have much else for you other than that. So I think at this point, I hope everyone's doing great. Like we mentioned, we miss everyone. It's very hard on everyone right now, and we know that. But you see a lot on my desk right now, and I know. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter and take our announcements down. You can also find our announcements page on our Facebook. So if you need like a better rundown, absolutely go right there. We have copies in the library too. Okay, so as you know, May's Kits came, and we're going to play a game called the Library Game. And of course, we're going to be doing this virtual follow along. Now, for those of you who are following without kits, you can take a second, if you don't care, to find some paper and a pencil or pen, and go ahead and just jot down these couple things for me if you decide that you're going to participate today. So, write a poem. Doesn't matter what the poem could be about. Could be how you're feeling. Could be about what you've recently done, where you want to go. Make a craft. Do something that maybe you've never done. Step out of your comfort zone. Draw a picture of a favorite book or book character. For this challenge today, I am doing a craft made out of a book character, so that's where I'm headed. I'm going to spin that off a little bit. I know we love to draw and we love to paint and we like to do that, but crafting is also just an easy way for your child to have a little bit of a release. So I decided that I was going to do it in craft form. Get a library card or show your library card. I don't have mine, it's actually at my house, but I will show you like just a plain library card of what it looks like. So we're really excited for that. How about tour your library? We know COVID has shut us down a whole bunch, so if your local library is offering it, as a courtesy, maybe call ahead. See if you could tour your library. This is great for parents who have just moved into the area, children who are starting new schools. A lot of the times the libraries are in partnership with the schools, so there's a lot of information we have on hand for you. Complete an activity sheet. Read a book to a child, parent, or sibling, or check out a book other than a library item. So I know that was a lot, and we talked a little bit on each one, so I'll run back through just a little bit more quicker. Write a poem, make a craft, draw a picture of a favorite book or book character, get a library card, or show your library card, tour the library, complete an activity sheet, read a book to a child, parent, or sibling, or check out a book or other than a library item. So that's what we'll be doing today. And I think the first one we're going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and show you the library card because I feel like that's important. For those of you who have one, you can always snap his pictures in the comments below. For anyone who wants to do this challenge with us, just put your comments in the video below, or put your comments in the video below. That's right, I got that right. Anyway, so let me get this library card and show you what it looks like just quickly. I'll be right back. Hey friends, so here is our library card. It's West Virginia's Northern Library Network. Now, some of you do know that we had a big, super big merge. The whole state merged. So these might be changing, and they might not for a little while. So no panic necessary. They will still work fine. But on the back, you have a mini card and then a bigger card. The mini card is really good for your keychain. However you store your cards. That's pretty much how you do it. On the back in this box here is where you would sign it. It's really important your name goes. There's nothing better than being a kid for the first time signing up for your library card. I still remember it. It makes me giddy. And of course I'm like that. I get excited over the little things. But this allows, you know, a child to get lost in a world that we can't follow them to. And sometimes I really love that, because sometimes we all need a world where no one else is in. I know I do. So there's your library card. So we're going to go ahead. I got a highlighter here. You can do a crown, you can do a marker, paint, whatever you want. But I'm going to go ahead and use my highlighter and mark off that we've seen our library card. Now, secondly, I would like to talk about checking out a book or other library item. I feel like this will probably take us a second because I have a lot of things to show you and I'm really excited about it. So if you can think of something I haven't mentioned in the video, I really want you to put it in the comments for me because there's so much to talk about and it's really easy to forget, especially in this bracket. But there's a few things our library in particular does that I know I'm super excited about. And the first and foremost was a super big hit, and it is our mobile Wi-Fi hotspots. These are grant-based. We were very lucky. One thing I have got to shout Miss Beth out for is that she's a fantastic grant writer. She was able to get these to help our community, especially those with internet or no access to internet. It was definitely a huge issue when COVID struck and these kids had to find internet access. So without hesitation, she answered the call and she was able to get these done. So these are really cool. We do have a wait list. So if you are interested in checking out a mobile hotspot for 2 weeks, you can reach us. Okay? Really exciting. Another thing a lot of people don't remember or realize is that in combination, in partnership with PBS Kids, we have a lot of PBS tablets. So if your child, you know, is needing that for some reason, maybe they're doing some kind of, you know, virtual homework assignment, this is a great way to have that. These do stay in-house, but please don't stop it from coming in and checking it out. We also were able to get Kindles. So, you know, for your audiobooks, for your e-readers, maybe your teens, your children who are getting a little bit older, this is a great resource. It's also in-house, so I'm going to check that out. Now, my personal favorite, guys, because I have so many favorite things that the library has, but my very favorite one is very old school. And a lot of people forget, but you can check them out. That's board games, guys. I am a sucker for a board game. You set me down with a good board game and I will love it. So that's really awesome. And a lot of the kids, you would be surprised, I think that pretty much reaches all our ages. We have a board game day sometimes when our after school program would be available and we would get the kids. That was one thing we would do and they loved it. They adored it. So that's something else to consider when coming to your library. We don't just have books. We don't just have audiobooks. We have board game checkout available. We have Kindles and electronic devices to try to meet all needs. We have internet access if that becomes an issue for you and your family. There are tons of other things we offer. These are just a few, guys, that are really near and dear to my heart. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that one off. Some of the other things, though, I would like to point out that we offer that not necessarily can be checked out, but that they are really good library items. I want to talk about it. We have a blood pressure station that you can come in and check your blood pressure. And we also have chart sheets that can track it. I know it's super hard to see, but it is very cool. So that's something else. Do your homework wisely. We have a lot of informational products for you to like come and check out. Like in general, this is points of view, biographies, health, prep tests, reading and book reports, history, newspaper, magazines. We offer a lot of things. Also, substance abuse and addiction resources. We We love always keeping these things on hand. We know that it gets crazy for people sometimes, so we have things on hand for you if you need it. Veterans Job Placement and Service Facility. We would also like to definitely thank our veterans for all their help and service through the years. West Virginia Parent Training and Information, serving families. So if you are struggling, this is out of Buchanan. So we have a lot of informational resources for you. And of course, in combination with WV Medicine and the Extension Services, we were able to be provided with pamphlets for kids. So there is a lot out there. We do a lot of monthly news letters. This is West Virginia Rivers. They were another participant that was able to come out during Earth Day. Fantastic demonstration in case you did miss them. We hope you can get them next time. And of course, because this is becoming super popular and there really is not enough recognition, in my opinion, for it, it's probably one of the most important things we're going to do as we get older, and that is voter registrations. We are a site, I know it's hard to see, so if you need to update your voter's registration, if you need to create a voter's registration, don't hesitate. We can help you. Okay guys, so that's a couple of things that I showed you additionally. For the tour of the library, I really would love to get you in here. In fact, I think that would be a really cool video. So if you decide you'd like to do that, give me a heads up. I'd love to know ahead of time. Write a poem. So Miss Avis did write a poem, and I'll go ahead and read it. It's not the best. It's a little bit short, so bear with me. So it says, in a little town across the bridge sits a library up on a ledge. All the day long, they get visits from many friends. You can see us on Facebook too under #trends. We love what we do. Helping others is our favorite too. Many come for books, Wi-Fi, coffee, and a tour. There is movies, CDs, audiobooks, activity kits, plus more. So go check out your local library and make a friend or two. And don't forget, we have something for even you. So that's my little version of, hey, come check us out. We have a lot, and we're also on Facebook. So there's my poem. I will mark it off. And for the read a book to a child, parent, or sibling, I am not going to read it because it's actually going to go along with my craft today. And I would love to see you in here so I could read it to you in person. So that would be wonderful. Complete an activity sheet, make a craft, draw a picture of a favorite book or character, or read a book to a parent, sibling, or child. So for the read a book, I'll go ahead and shout out. If you know me, then you know my go-to is Pete the Cat. I absolutely love James Dean's Pete the Cat. It's one of my very favorite books, one of my go-to books. If you haven't read any of Pete the Cat, I definitely recommend you go and you get yourself a Pete the Cat book. So for that one, we're going to go right into making a craft. I think I'm ready. So in your kit today, you're going to have two crafts. You're going to have a glider, which we did the glider last year, and it was probably one of the people's favorite ones that we did. And the gliders actually teach the concept of drag. So it's kind of really cool to see that you're creating this just with your own body. So that was really cool. So without any further ado, we're going to do Pete the Cat. But like I told you earlier, I'm going to spin it off because I'm going to make Pete the Cat. I'm going to use scissors and glue today. You will need scissors and glue for this craft. I will really try to go slower so you'll have it done. But you're going to need a piece of yellow paper, white paper, black paper, and I chose blue purple. The black paper, though, is the one you will display your Pete the Cat on. Now, this kit is not in. I decided to do something different. That way, if you decide to come in, I'll have something else for you to do. And if you want, in the comments, if you have a second, tell me or show me a picture of what you have created for your book character. If you are an adult and you would like to follow along with this, then I think perhaps writing a book review of some kind would be very good. We always love book reviews. We certainly know that it helps us in our decisions when we buy more. So leave us a book review if that's what you would like to do. And I'm just moving on. I actually had all this pre-cut for you. I tried to be as prepared because I figured I'd probably shoot this video 5 times and mess up, 20. And I did. And that's okay. I'm getting better at it. I'm not as good as Miss Beth yet, but I'm getting better. It's definitely not my strong point, but that's okay. Because we all have things we can get better at and work on. And I went ahead and I pre-cut a few, so in case I did have any children today, we could come in and do it together. One thing I do on Fridays and Saturdays, I'm always available for you and your child on Fridays and Saturdays anytime. You don't have to call. You don't have to make an appointment. Of course, it would be courtesy to let me know. I'll definitely prep ahead for you. But I understand some things come up. Sometimes we're so overwhelmed and frazzled, we just need that minute. And I totally understand that. So I am here for you. I'm here for your children. I'll read to them. I'll do crafts with them. I'll paint with them. Scavenger hunts. We do all kinds of things. So hit me up if you need me. I'm usually here 10 to 5 on Fridays and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. So now is about the time for your glue. So go ahead if you have your glue and you can put it out. I have one more thing. I'm just going to cut it quickly so I have it all out of the way. So now I should have everything cut and ready. And I'm going to try to clear this desk so I can have some room. Or else I'll probably end up spilling everything. Okay. So I am gluing my head. Because when you do this craft with me, we're going to be doing eyes. We're going to be doing ears. We're going to be doing noses. And then some highlights in the eyes. And he's not to look perfect, but this is a very good hand-eye coordination. One thing that a lot of the children need from us is this one-on-one. Physical, like I am helping you, you are helping me. And I know some people think that's just crazy, but kids sometimes learn so much better with us following that lead. So if you have a second, instead of drawing a craft, it's always a great idea in my book. Do it if you have the time. Sit down and cut it and just do it. It doesn't really take too awful long, but as I know, we're all busy. So I understand if you can't. I'm going to go ahead and glue my eyes. I am so sorry that this video is so long. Please forgive me. I am trying to hurry. Okay. We have 2 black highlights, kind of. He's definitely starting to look like Pete the Cat. But I do see that I forgot to cut my ears out of my black piece. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut me some ears. Okay. Got my ears now. Sorry about that. Continue on to my little white eyes here. Oh, if I can get it. There we go. We have a whole selection of Pete the Cat, by the way. So if you are looking for something in particular, we can probably help you find it. See, it didn't cut out my nose either. Got ahead of myself. So don't forget those announcements that we talked about earlier, because those are big. If you have the chance to make it, you should. A lot of great stuff being offered this year. Okay. He actually is not looking too bad. A little bit like a cat. Keep grabbing our highlighter instead of glue. So, without further ado, here's my Pete the Cat. Yes, I'm pretty proud of him. Yeah. Anyway, so there's our craft. Thank you so much for being with me today. That makes me so happy and excited to know that you took a minute out to be with me on this virtual follow along. So without further ado, we'll mark making a craft off. Now for completing an activity sheet, I didn't do the whole sheet because I don't want to cheat, but in your kit you have a how much do you see? So I just highlighted a few that were super tricky and they took me forever. So if you are struggling, maybe it'll help. So up here, we have the ball. I know it's really hard to see. I'm so sorry. So I highlighted a couple of them. I found the ball, the toothbrush, and the cat. So I was really excited about that. And the library card. So let me know what you find. I'm really excited. So one of the other things you'll be doing, because we are doing 2 crafts in this video, you have paper in your kit ready. I went ahead and got this out. I know you can see some cups over here. You have string in your cup, right? And then I also have water, green paint. I think green is probably the only color that you will need 100%. Magenta and yellow. This is tempera paint. Tempera paint won't stain. It won't stain your clothes or your hands. It's pretty water-based. So we're going to be doing some string painting. If you have never strung painted before, it's a lot of fun. You can do it with multiple ones. You can do it with one. I, though, prefer usually beforehand to paint this just white. If you have any white, I would paint this first. And I know you're thinking that's crazy, but it really actually helps the paint blend better and stick. We didn't do that because, you know, we're not just going to have white paint laying around sometimes, and I understand that. So we're going to go ahead and you're going to dip your string. I'm going to start with my green because my green is going to be my stems. If you don't know what you're making yet, that's fine. I'm going to be making flowers. It's probably one of the simplest things to make. So there's my string, and you literally are just creating something. Doesn't have to be anything. You pick it from the top, move it in the same way that you had it. If it didn't quite stick, just kind of tap it where your paint didn't come all the way through. And you just keep repeating that for your flowers. I'm not going to make too awful many, but It is really cool. It's a good sensory activity and craft. Please have parental guidance though supervising you. I certainly do not want to have any children eating or consuming paint. It's definitely probably not good. Okay, so I have my stems. I'm not doing a whole bunch. I have green hands because we're always covered in paint. So you take your other string, or you're gonna have one string, cut it in half. That was kind of the purpose of giving you a longer string. I'm now going into yellow, maybe, if it will get in there. And I'm just gonna kind of finger paint for a minute so I don't get green on my yellow. This is definitely a really cool outside activity if you have time. So you take this, we're gonna string it. You can go in circular patterns, you can go in any type of pattern you choose. I did do a circle. And we're gonna pick it up in the same spot. There's one down. And then you can go on to your magenta. So really not a whole lot. It's pretty simple in it. So I hope that you had fun with me. I had fun with you. That's all I do have for you today. This is kind of what it'll look like, only it'll be a little bit better. And you can do all kinds of patterns. I didn't finish mine because I want to see yours. So I want you to tell me what you want me to do next. Do you want me to make squares, triangles, what? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any additional questions about anything we've done today, please feel free to reach out. I do apologize the video exceeded so long. I did know it was going to be a little bit longer. So I appreciate you guys so much. Miss Beth and I both do. And if there's anything we can do for you at all, please stop into your local library and see what you can do. Bye guys!